Welcome back to part 8 of the Metro restoration. In this video I'm going to be taking off the tailgate. I'm actually going to be touching in some of the areas around here just to get rid of the dips in the paintwork, get it all flatted off with filler. Unfortunately I've not managed to get the sticker yet, so I just want to keep that on there, so I'm going to have to work around that for now. But it's something I can work around with, get that off, and then we'll start prepping all underneath it. But we'll get straight into it. Thanks so much for all the subscribers and thanks for all the likes and comments. So what the idea here is because I'm not bare metal respraying the car, I'm going to end up with low spots in the paintwork. So I'm just filling them just with a small skimmer filler. Obviously a lot of it was sanded away, but it'll just mean that I can get all the paintwork flush. As you can see, I'm lucky enough that the car's not had loads of paintwork in the past, so I've rubbed straight through the red. I'm down to the primer in a few areas. I've picked up a few high spots, but it should all be all good. You'll probably find that when you see me sand down the filler, that it won't actually be particularly thick, because I will be blending it into the surrounding paintwork. I just want to be as flush as I can with it. And another thing I've noticed when I was rubbing it down is, if you can see around all the edges, however this was painted from factory, it had a right sort of bulge at the edge, which I don't think was great. So when it's repainted, I'm hoping to get rid of that if possible. Again, this bottom edge probably won't have anything left on it by the time it's finished, because by the time it's sanded it'll be similar to the doors, so when I've blocked it, it'll be gone in the majority. I just want to get as few ripples in the paintwork when it's finished as I can. And if that means for me a little bit of filler, I don't mind. You see, I've still got the city badge on. I'll work around that as best I can. If it gets a little bit damaged, I can live with that, because I'm ordering another one. I'm just keeping it here really for the size and to make sure I get the right colour when I have one made. Or, as I think I've mentioned in another video, if anybody has got one for sale, well, 3 for sale, so I need the 2 sides and I need a replacement here, I would prefer genuine Austin if I can get hold of one, but I have resided to the fact that that's probably not going to happen. So there's certain areas I'm going to be filling, like these here. Under here, if I just open the tailgate up, I'm only going to be doing the spaces like this, but I'm going to be welding up the number plate holes. I'll probably do that in a minute actually. Get them welded up. I will be filling areas like these, but I want to keep the original spot welds on show if I can. Just spotted another imperfection in the paintwork there that I need to rub out, but because I want to try and keep the original spot welds in it so it does look as original as it possibly can, even though I know that bit's behind the bumper. I'm going to have to try and blend out where I've rubbed it down to get rid of the rust. So that's a job I'm going to have to take care of, but I'm still waiting for the etch primer, which I'm really disappointed in, because that was ordered over a week ago now. Definitely should have been here by now. But I don't want to just prime it, I'd rather do it properly. Even though I believe you can prime straight over the rust treatment. So I've not actually got bare metal, but we're always better with the etch primer, I think. Just cutting here where I'm sanding. So I've been going over it with an 80 grit paper, as you probably saw, and you can see I'm managing to feather in the edges. I'm going to be going over the entire car with the same thing, and the reason why is underneath the car you couldn't even see it, but that tiny little bit there of rust was underneath the paintwork, and there wasn't any defects in the paint until I pushed through the first layer. So it's definitely worth giving it a rub down. Now my sander, I did manage to get back working again. I've not quite ordered the new one. I'm hoping to find something later on today when I finish doing the car, but I'm considering getting a DA air sander with a 2-inch version as well, or maybe 3-inch, so that I can get into the little nooks and crannies going around. I don't know if anyone else has used anything like that and whether it's worthwhile, but if you can let me know, it'll be helpful for me. Let's get working on rubbing down the filler now. Where I'm up to. So I've rubbed down most of the filler as you saw on the video. I need some stopper just putting in here, but I'm okay with that for now. I've gone as good as I can around the sticker. Obviously once I take the sticker off I'll be able to finish that properly. Up at the top, only ended up being a tiny skim really. So I'm going to move on to taking off the tailgate, and I'll put you on the tripod for that so everyone can see what I'm doing. Alright, the tailgate removal, to me it looks like I've never done it before. Unclip these, take off the struts, and it just looks like 2 screws. Happy to leave the hinges on. unless I find some corrosion near or around them. So let's see how we get on. So that almost looks like it's been greased. What I'll probably do is paint the shut and then put the tailgate back on and paint it all again, and allow a little bit of the overspray to go into there, I think, because it looks like it was on there when it was painted, but it looks like the tailgate was already on. And that's that off. Let me just show you why I wanted to take the tailgate off. I did notice when it was on, a bit of rust just here. So there's not a lot, but there's a bit. I think I'm going to end up taking the hinges off though as well, because now I've got it off. Don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can just. The very lip here, just a very small amount of surface rust. It is just on the lip, and it's definitely not gone any further than it, but while we're in this position, may as well get rid of it. As I said, I'll get all this painted here, get it all nice and solid, because I can imagine, looking at it, the tailgate must have been on when it painted it. So that's only really ever had overspray, I would imagine, on it. So if I give it a good couple of coats there, primer it up properly, clean all the rust up, paint it, get the tailgate on, and then scratch it, and then give it another couple of coats as the car's getting painted. So as the shuts get painted down here and here, that'll get another coat, and then obviously as the roof gets done, when the body's on, the body gets done, that'll get another coat as well. Just noticed small dent, I think you can just pick it up on the camera just there, so it's a little bit rippled. I don't know what's happened, but we'll get rid of all them as well as we go. Just show you how good the tailgate is. So even inside, I don't know if that's remnants of wax oil in there. Does anyone know? But while it's all open, once it's painted, it'll definitely be getting a lot more if it is. Absolutely no rust. This just wants a bit of a rough up and a repaint along with the body. I could probably get away with not bothering, but there's don't even know if it's worth painting that. It doesn't look like it was ever painted before, so we'll have a look at that. What I am going to do though is take off the hinges. I took off the hinges because there's not a lot, but there's a bit of surface rust on both of them. On this one, it just drops down that little bit further as well. So I'll get to take care of that. It seems half the problem with these cars is where they've just mated two surfaces. They haven't put any paint in between. So they've literally put the car together without any treatment at all. And they've just allowed it to seep in. So I reckon, I don't know if this was dipped, if anyone can tell me if they dipped these cars, but it seems it was dipped with all the panels attached. So obviously when I repaint it, and I'll get all this painted first and then put it together. I may even use some of the non-setting adhesive that I used to put the wing tops on in between, so that no water can penetrate afterwards, even though it'll be painted. The inside of the hinge is absolutely fine, so nothing in that. The hinges are mint. You can see there, it's been greased as well, seems to be from new. It's been a really well looked after car. That's the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.